Love, when you look at incarceration, I think that the president has done quite a bit in terms of trying to deal with overcrowded and et cetera, et cetera. What about the state of Tennessee? Do we need to do anything?
We do.
Let's talk about what we
do, and I would say we also need to take a page from the state of Virginia, where the governor just exonerated about 200,000 people to give them a chance to get their voting rights restored. There's an unfairness, as far as I'm concerned, when we still tax persons who are out of prison with sales tax, property tax, income tax, but we haven't restored their right to vote. I think that there needs to be a more simple process to getting voter rights restored. Like Pastor Walker saying, there ought to be an opportunity for him to have his record expunged. The problem is, every year we have to add a new felony to the list of things expunged, and so it's a process every year just to add that thing to it. And so I'd be more than happy to talk to Pastor Walker later on about how we might look at other crimes and also the time frame and which felonies we can't add to the list. I believe that there should be a place in our society where people who have demonstrated that they are rehabilitated and living a better life than the one that they lived prior to going to prison, that they should be encouraged again to do what is right. Otherwise, one would ask the question, why should I continue to do what's right when you're going to still treat me like I'm a criminal, still treat me like I'm in prison? You're going to restrict where I can live, restrict where I can work, restrict my right to vote. Those things should not be consistent with the country that we live in, which talks about giving every one man, one vote, no taxation without representation. Those are fundamental principles on which this country was founded. We got to go back to, if we say we want to take our country back, let's take our country back to the place where we give folks the right to vote and don't penalize them because they're not homeowners. And go back to that place. We need to get to a place where even those who may be homeless should still be the right to vote because they're still engaged in the process of buying items and paying taxes on them. They still need representation. So we got to get beyond this place of restricting the right to vote. We should encourage more folks to engage in the process.
And I think that's been one of the activities that many southern state legislatures have been involved in, trying to reduce the number of individuals that are able to vote.
We restrict college students in Tennessee who don't have a Tennessee identification, a Tennessee driver's license. They can't vote in Tennessee. Even if you have a driver's license from the state in which you live, let's say you live in Michigan. If you have a driver's license from Michigan and you're enrolled in MTSU, Vanderbilt, Tennessee State, Belmont, wherever, you can't vote unless you have a Tennessee driver's license.
And a large number of folks, I would imagine, will be faced with that in the upcoming election. Is that right?
And so what we're saying really is, we don't think that your identification from your home state that's part of the United States is good enough for us here to say that is who you are.
Well, I think that that has been really something to reduce the number of people who. That seems to be something that
voter suppression is what we call it.
Something that the state of Tennessee has been involved in. I hate to say it like that, and especially hate to say it to you, but it does appear to be that that's one of the things that the legislature seems to be more interested in, and then getting folks to come out and participate. It's more there's more interest to keep them from participating. So is that true of what you're doing up there?
Putting obstacles in the path of voting, for me, is un-American. All right, and the statement was made about it said we want to reduce voter fraud. There have not been instances where college students in high numbers have illegally voted. It's just that the vote of college students oftentimes favors one party over another one. And so those who in power chose to restrict the right of college students to vote.
And so in a real sense, we do need a lot of reform in terms of suffrage and voting and et cetera in the state of Tennessee. And do you think that the current situation is that there are many people that are interested in any kind of electoral reform?
No, they're more concerned with, again, restricting voter access. I would applaud efforts to allow, I think, we have such great technology. Why can't I apply to vote the day of the election? Why can't I, with the way technology is, you ought to be able to have a computer system that will show you that I've registered right now and I can vote right now and that I'm not registered in 2 other places. Because once if I register today and go and vote today, then I can't go and register and vote in another location. Why shouldn't I be able to allow to register the same day?
Okay, very good. And of course, we're going to have to end this show for today. But let me thank the two of you for coming by and giving us that excellent information. And let me encourage our